Because with pitchers and catchers reporting for those Sox, Metropolitans, Indians in 1 month, let's start, sit, and cut those rotations for those 3 teams. I.e., start one, bench one, but you got to cut loose and entire another one.
Well, first off, I start the Boston Red Sox. If you have the person who won the award for the best pitcher in the American League, that's a good place to begin. Rick Porcello won the Cy Young just last year. David Price has a Cy Young to his credit, and then Chris Sale is just phenomenal. You can pencil Chris Sale in for about 200 strikeouts per year. So when you put those guys together, 1, 2, 3, you can feel pretty good rolling them out. The Indians, last time I checked, they had a pretty good season a year ago. I think the Indians made it to the World Series. Am I right or am I right?
You're right.
Corey Kluber, I mean, he's an ace. He's the #1 pitcher for sure. Danny Salazar is a guy who was an all-star, got injured, so was out for a long time, helped them a little bit in the World Series. Then you get Carlos Carrasco as well, Trevor Bauer, when he's not playing with drones and his finger isn't bleeding all over the place.
No doubt.
He's a pretty solid pitcher. Now, the thing about the Mets, and I know you're a Mets fan, I had to cut the Mets because I just can't rely on them being healthy. When you look at Matt Harvey, come on, man, we just talked about it. He was injured.
We had a whole offseason to get all limbered up.
Can't count on it. When you look at Steven Matz, young kid, showed some promise first year.
Disarm.
Injured. Can't count on it. Even Jacob deGrom, who might have the best stuff out of all of them, he had some injury issues last year.
They were all banged up last year.
A lot of those guys were banged up. Noah Syndergaard had some issues. He tried to play through them. So, to me, the other guys are a little bit healthier. I can count on more of the rotation of the Red Sox and more of the rotation of the Indians than I can the Mets. If you told me I had a healthy New York Mets rotation.
That's what I'm banking on. I'm going to go and I'm going to start those Indians for the reasons that you mentioned. They went all the way to the World Series, and they did it without 2 of their key cogs, in Carrasco and Salazar, and they get both those guys back, and then Drone Boy becomes your #4.
Pretty good.
Whoa, that's deep, that's loaded. Kluber's the ace of all aces in the American League in my estimation, and that's why I'm cutting the Red Sox staying in the American League here, because I know everybody loves Chris Sale going to Boston, right? And everybody said, oh, David Price. You know, he was really, I'd say, average at best to begin his Red Sox career. And Ricky Porcello, that's beautiful Cy Young. I understand it. I don't trust you at all. I saw what you did in year #1 in Beantown, where you got racked all over Fenway Park. So I'll believe it when I see it with all 3 of those cats to do it for 1 full season. I've seen it in New York. I saw it 2 years ago. And when they were healthy, that staff went to Chicago, the new world champions, swept them away in 4.
You're living in the past, Dave.
Swept them in 4.
You can't live life like that, Dave.
So that rotation stays healthy with the best hair in all of baseball, Jacob deGrom, maybe only seconded by the power Thor, Noah Syndergaard for the lettuce. Those 2 cats, when right, I'll take them as aces over any 2 aces. And then you're going to put Steven Matz back in there. Stay healthy, Steven. You're right. He's a sleepy #3.
Right.
A sleepy #3. This team, if healthy, and that staff, they will rebound. And Chicago Cubs, I know you're thinking, hey, it's great right now. But you're not the hunted. The hunters from New York, if that staff stays healthy.
Stop living in the past.